M.S.C. Oh, thank you. Parents, please, can I have your attention? If you brought flowers and you put them on the table, please go get them and keep them with you, please. If you have flowers, what they're asking is not to let them get on the carpet. That's all I ask. Please, no flowers on carpet. But if you left flowers on a table, please go get them and bring them with you. Thank you. Good evening. Would everyone please stay standing or stand for the national anthem? Good evening. I have the distinct honor of welcoming you, distinguished guests, to Von Steuben Metropolitan Science Center Class of 2022 Commencement Ceremony. Please be seated. Thank you. On behalf of the administrative team, I would like to introduce those on stage. Please stand. Principal Jennifer Sutton. Assistant Principals Katie Hallberg, Patrick Riget, Israel Urbina, and last but not least, our resident principal, Miss Ricalis, Melissa Ricalis. I'm so sorry. Over on this side, I have the Von Steuben counselors, Miss Susie Kwan, Mr. Andrew Keneally, Caitlin Martinez, Sophie Gavalanis, Bridget Albers, Eduardo Roman, and myself, Yvette Ocasio. And now, the senior choir, directed by Mr. Montgomery Gabor, featuring pianist Cameron Barnes, a Von Steuben High School graduate of class of 2019. Thank you. Our next speaker is Salutatorian. This is a student ranking the second highest in the graduating class who delivers the welcoming address at graduation. This student was a member of the math team, National Honor Society, and the tennis team. His teachers describe him as independent, diligent, driven, a tremendous mathematical thinker, and even a better person. He is insightful and insanely humble. This year's Salutatorian and honor goes to Carlos Manuel Jaimes.
Hello, everyone. Good evening, teachers, staff, Principal Sutton, friends, families, and the reason we are here celebrating today, the class of 2022. Before I commence my speech, I would like to thank all the families, friends, and faculty that have made this day possible. Without you, we wouldn't be here today. First and foremost, I would like to extend my congratulations to what I believe is the best class that Von Steuben has ever known. 4 years ago, we flipped open a new chapter in our lives known as high school, a new beginning waiting to be written. Throughout these years, we filled our empty pages with experiences that we each encountered. Whether it was hearing Coulter's voice from the first floor when she was on the fourth floor, or listening to Osmi ask a question that Mr. Alpert just answered a few seconds ago, we all had our own stories. No matter what moment we had described in our narrative, our school has educated us and cultivated the individual light that each student possesses. In these upcoming months, we'll be going through changes. And don't worry, not those type of changes again. What I mean is that most of us will be embarking on our own journey to adulthood and learning what it is like to become an adult, but this time without the help of Quizlet, which is scary. Although change can be daunting, we must learn to accept it. We shouldn't be afraid of the unknown because in the end, we might just succeed. The only thing you need to remember is to keep moving forward. Yes, we might make a mistake here or there, or even lose to a freshman in a tennis match, which is not my proudest moment, but we must learn from these experiences to grow as individuals. Funny story, Coulter once showed up to school at 6 in the morning for an NHS meeting that wasn't taking place that day. She claimed she heard it from me over the phone, but when I told her let's meet at 6, I meant it as a joke, but I guess she took it literally. And so from that hilarious experience, Coulter learned to never listen to me when we are calling at 11 at night. As we move forward from today, I want to leave you all with a quote from Murphy's Law, which states, if anything can go wrong, it will. What inspiring words, am I right, you guys? What I'm trying to say is we must stay vigilant and be prepared for any incidents that may occur in life, such as breaking a green plastic toothpick as my AP bio table can account for. And boy, did we regret the decision for the rest of the year. We can't control what happens in the future, but we do have the power to rule over what we do now and what path we want to pursue. Although our high school experience has shaped the last 4 years of our lives, our stories are still unwritten. Wherever your pencil takes you, remember that you're the author of your own story. We must continue our narratives and fill in the blank pages with experiences and accomplishments that we will later use to tell our grandchildren when putting them to sleep. Additionally, I would like to thank my mother for all the sacrifices she has made to give her children the opportunity to live better lives. I would also like to thank my oldest sister, who is the biggest inspiration for me and has taught me that anything is possible if you put your mind to it, regardless of what the rest of the world has to say. Stay safe, stay sober, stay celibate. Congratulations, class of 22.
Thank you, Carlos. Your next speaker is a valedictorian, the student with the highest ranking academically in the graduating class. This individual delivers a farewell speech at the graduation ceremony. This individual was a member of the Asian American Pacific Islander Club, water polo and swim team, the president of the National Honor Society, and a Lean Crew member. Teachers describe him as diligent, dependable, reliable, one of an all-around great student. He is caring, genuine, kind, someone who spreads positivity and wants to improve himself. This individual is Mr. Daniel Kokatz.
Before I begin, just wanted to take a quick picture. Okay. Now that that's out of the way, as I began to write this speech, I asked myself, what is the biggest piece of advice I can offer the graduating class of 2022? No pressure, right? I then realized that I too was graduating, and it's a little hard to offer helpful advice regarding a future that I haven't even experienced yet. I thought about some of my biggest challenges throughout high school, whether it was trying to find a bathroom during sixth period, or realizing that we had to enter through the courtyard door instead of door D on a Monday morning. Then I thought, what is something that I've experienced that's going to be a little bit more meaningful than my stories of perseverance as I waited for yet another delayed CTA bus? In all seriousness, I hope that what I have to say will resonate with most of you and be impactful. If not, please feel free to throw a tomato at me. Before I begin, I'd like to say a special thank you to Mr. Trinner for helping me put this speech together. It would not have been possible without his help. So without further ado, here are the 2 steps I took to rise towards thriving. Looking back, you may remember that a lot of parents were into bread making during quarantine. I know for a fact, and so does my stomach, that my mom was. When you think about it, it takes an insanely long time to make bread. To make one loaf, you have to deal with its stickiness, flour seemingly flying everywhere, it becoming stale and then moldy quite quickly if left alone for too long, and you need to break it down or beat it down. It tries to rise to become a delicious loaf of bread, but it gets beat over and over again. Like that dough, we were beaten. We were off to a great start, getting ready to finish our sophomore year, and we had our biggest beating, COVID-19. We lost what felt like an eternity of memories, and for many of us, the chance to finally get our hands on a driver's license. Things had to be set aside. A loss of a sports season and musical season in the spring of 2020. Like bread, we were put in an oven, but the oven felt more like a pressure cooker. As we sat huddled over in our chairs, typing away yet another email on why our assignments were late and how we swear never to procrastinate again, we all got a little bit crusty and stale during remote learning. The small annoyances we never really noticed became some of our biggest problems as we were lost inside a world bounded by our bedroom walls. During the pandemic, we all fell, some harder than others. Personally, I was hit with wave after wave of emptiness as I ate away my feelings of loneliness in the form of macaroni and cheese. We were locked away, separated from meaningful connection. We were trapped, thoughts bouncing back and forth within our minds. Conversations we once took for granted existed no more. The crowded hallways we once dreaded became something we longed for. The feeling of meeting friends in another class became non-existent as our cursor inched to the big red Leave Google Meet button as each period came to an end. For many of us, it felt like we were in a marathon, constantly trying to run faster and faster in hopes of crossing a finish line that seemed not to exist. The cycle continued, and as days turned into months, and months into a full year, we all became like dough, stuck. Like many of us, I looked for reassurance. Yeah, I couldn't seem to find any. I was blinded. I thought if I surround myself with busy work and academics, I'll simply get over it. I mean, that's what people tell us, right? Be good in school, get straight A's, and all your problems seem to go away. I can assure you that wasn't the case. I didn't know why I felt this way. I just wasn't happy. The feeling followed me in and out of the lockdown. Like a ghost, you couldn't see it, but you could feel its presence. I thought I was doing everything right, yet I didn't know what to do. That was when my experience with something like depression began to worsen. I fell into a spiral. I began to distance myself from the people who couldn't understand me, and I pushed them away. Like bread dough, I was a sticky mess, and I, like so many of my classmates, felt stuck. It's strange. Making bread can be such a mess, yet, despite the flour, the beatings, and the stickiness, it rises and survives. In that same sense, we too will survive and thrive. That leads me to my first step. You need to be kind. Through time, I realized that we need to find strength within ourselves if we want to tackle the life and challenges that lie ahead of us. But more importantly, I found that if we are kind, we don't have to do it alone. When you're stuck, it's hard to survive, but acts of kindness brought us back and gave us the motivation to thrive. By being kind, I found that I made myself happier because I felt like I had a sense of purpose, a feeling that I lost during the pandemic. It's like sharing sourdough starter. When making sourdough, you sometimes make more than enough, so you share it. You can share it with your neighbor, the people down the street, and even your dog because he gets hungry too sometimes. The same idea applies to kindness. Kindness can be shared and it's like a virus. When one person becomes infected, they want to do good for another, passing down that feeling of happiness, hoping to find their own sense of purpose. The feeling is rewarding. Being locked away, we forgot about the people closest to us. We forgot how much of an impact their kindness has on our well-being, and that we're not the same without it. Friends like Arham always being able to turn a dull moment into a memorable one with a funny joke. Helen curing a bad day with an infectious smile. Hother always lending a listening ear when you want to talk. Pablo always seeming to find the good in any bad situation. Mark with a helping hand no matter the time of day. Andres congratulating you on any achievement, big or small. Esther always pointing you in the right direction in any dilemma. Jess helping you smile at the little things in life. Margaret pushing you to dig deeper. And especially great twin sisters like Olivia Kotzot. When you surround yourself with people that care about you and act with kindness, you blossom. And you, like bread, begin to rise. That's what makes being away from them so hard. In an oven, we bake and we become frustrated. However, like sourdough bread, we have these big pockets of air that separate us. Yet we're all still linked to one another by little bits of connective tissue. So no matter how hot things get, no matter how much pressure you feel, you become happier knowing that you're not alone. Teachers and staff, like Mr. Hughes playing music on a rainy Monday morning, it's not only a wake-up call, but it's a greeting, a way to start off your day with a smile and a feeling of warmth. It's like Mr. Trinner waiting at his door even after the bell rings because he sees you running down the hallway and wants to greet you with a hello and a smile. Miss Bell ready to help you one-on-one if you're stuck on a coding problem. Mr. Hafley giving you a legendary fist bump in the middle of the hallway. Mr. Rodriguez saying his well-known "What's up, my man?" in Division 212. Mr. O'Sullivan noticing when you're having a bad day when you put your head down. Miss Ritchie ready to brighten your day with a picture of her cats, Opie and Pea Blossom. Mr. Davis leaning in to listen to what you have to say in any conversation. Miss Bramble filling any room with positivity and laughter. Mr. Balish asking you how your week has been and being a person to talk to about absolutely anything. And school counselors helping students get back on their feet. Mr. Gabor, Mr. Walker, and Mr. Taylor not only helping get the school band back together, but being people that are more than just teachers to most students, as they spend more than just a school year with band members. All of these acts of kindness helped us rise. However, in order to move forward, we need to fulfill our second step. Find your support network, make them a part of your community, and lean on them. By being kind, you open a door of infinite possibilities. You slowly build yourself a community, one that will point you towards the right direction in any situation, and one that you can lean on. When we struggle, we feel alone, and at times we want to give up. But when you have a community, a group of people who want what's best for you, you are bound to get back up with a helping hand. Sometimes you may feel like you have to get up alone, and those times may be the hardest. But again, like bread dough, we are connected by bread strings. Elasticity makes us stronger, and we look out for one another from afar. I'd like to talk a little bit about my own support network and their impact. To my Shabona coaches, Juan, Alan, and Gio, thank you for being more than just my swim coaches. You all took me in and supported me through thick and thin, whether it was teaching me how to perfect my butterfly stroke, going over the good and bad in any race, or giving me words of advice about life. You made sure that Shabona Park wasn't just a pool, it was a home. Coach Juan, I know I had written you a letter, and in that letter, I had asked if you could attend my graduation. Sadly, God needed you a little bit sooner than many of us had expected. But I know you're up there looking down with that 365-day smile on your face and teaching the angels how to swim. To my family, mom, dad, babcha, Jadek, tia Lucy, tio Ruperto, Ulises, and the rest of the family back home, thank you for welcoming my sister and me with open arms and shaping us into who we are today. Without you, none of this would have been possible, and I would not be standing here today. I am proud to call you my family. And to my sister, Olivia Kotzot. Many of you may know Olivia as a friend or just another girl you've seen in the hallway, but to me, she's my best friend. Olivia, you and I have been best friends since, well, as long as I can remember. You're my first bunk bed buddy. You're always going to be my first friend in preschool, elementary school, and high school. I am blessed to have had you by my side through all these years, and I hope you can say the same for me. Olivia, we're bound together by blood, but our love for one another is set in stone by our unbreakable friendship. People say these next 4 years are going to be some of the best 4 years of our lives, but I think they're going to be some of the hardest as I let go of my little twin sister. You are stronger than you may feel. You are more dedicated than you know. You are smarter than you think, and you are even crazier when you miss a cup of coffee. You don't let things get to you. You always put your foot down when things aren't right, and that inspires me. Thank you, Olivia, for being the person I can lean on to get back up, and for not only being an inspiration to me, but for always being a welcoming friend to the entire class of 2022. I love you so much. We must recognize and truly lean on our own community, our coaches, family, sisters, and brothers and friends. We lean on them because it is necessary to thrive. To the graduating class of 2022, we are now a unit that knows the power of kindness and community. We know that when we take a step forward, we are stronger together rather than as 400 individuals. When we stand together, when hundreds of us gather as one, as a unified voice in hopes of keeping Mr. Taylor at von Steuben through a silent protest, we make a change. That being said, in the last few weeks and years beforehand, we've seen tragedy in the United States, a world without kindness. A gunman killing 1 and injuring 5 people in a Taiwanese church. A white supremacist left 10 dead in a grocery store within a predominantly black neighborhood. A gunman left 3 dead within a Korean immigrant hair business. And now a gunman leaving 19 school children and 2 teachers dead in Texas. Families have been broken and futures have been lost. That is why I turn to you. I know there's a politician, governor, member of Congress, or even the president out there in the graduating class of 2022. I call upon you to one day take the reins and steer this country into a direction far from where we are today. Because the freedom of this country does not grant us the right to fight each other, but the right to fight for what's right. We as a class can vote. We are old enough and strong enough to act as one. We can move a school board with a sit-in. Together, we have to act because it is not enough to say our thoughts and prayers anymore. When we break bread, we share with one another, making us a family. We lift each other up, and we fight for one another when we're in trouble. As a nation, we are in trouble. So together, as a family, we will bring change and fight for each other. To the class of 2020s anymore. When we break bread, we share with one another, making us a family. We lift each other up, and we fight for one another when we're in trouble. As a nation, we are in trouble. So together, as a
Thank you, Daniel. Addressing the class and the graduates is our principal, Ms. Jennifer Simon.
Well, that was a hard speech to follow. Good evening, everyone. Thank you to our families, friends, teachers, counselors, and staff, and to all those watching from home as we celebrate the class of 2022. Thank you, Daniel and Carlos, for your tremendous speeches. You really represented your class very well. And thank you to our chorus for an uplifting performance. And I must acknowledge also our class of 2022 accompaniment, Cameron Barnes. Thank you so much for joining us today. It is truly a gift for all of us to be here today in person together to celebrate this most dynamic and powerful group of young people who are the class of 2022. On behalf of the Von Steuben administration, many thanks to all who have helped us to arrive here. This year was one for the record books, bringing with it incredible efforts to make sure this class had the best senior year possible. I want to give a special thanks to our counseling team, teachers, and staff who organized and supported this wonderful commencement ceremony today. And as our chorus sang, it has been a climb. So class of 2022 graduates, each of you chose to attend Von Steuben, and almost all of you have spent 4 years, not necessarily within a brick and mortar building, but within the sphere of a strong, caring community that includes our families. And what wonderful families we have at Von Steuben. And this is all what makes our school the best magnet high school in the city of Chicago. Even virtually, we all tried our hardest to stay connected. And while we did struggle, it was a shared struggle, and we had a tremendous grace and compassion through it all. We actually became closer, and the connection between home and school became one. And then we returned to school this year with high expectations, yet not knowing what the year would bring. The tension that this class felt this year is the rite of passage, from the unknown to the known, or the known to the unknown. Childhood to adulthood, helplessness to empowerment. Let's face it, you had to grow up much faster during these times. President Barack Obama said it best in his commencement speech to the class of 2020. You know, the class that didn't have an in-person graduation, as Cameron knows. He said, quote, "With all the challenges this country faces right now, nobody can tell you, no, you're too young to understand, or this is how it's always been done. Because with so much uncertainty, with everything suddenly up for grabs, this is your generation's world to shape." To go off script to acknowledge one of your classmates, your LSC representative, Kiara Luna. Seriously, she has represented, like all of you, the heart and love for Von Steuben. And without her, I really don't know if I would have been as great a principal as I am. And I want to really acknowledge that it's been a pleasure to be your principal. And Kiara, thank you so much for all that you've done to help me grow. And as your hat says, grow through what you go through, right? Thank you so much. It was that connection with her and with all of you that was able to help me to see and to trust your voices and to understand that what you have to say is important. So we say together we are Von Strong because each of us contributes to a collective, and the class of 2022 has made the most tremendous efforts in your academic achievements, in athletic competition, in your service to others, in your creative endeavors, and in celebrating our diverse identities with the spirit of togetherness. We hear your voices for an even better future for your school and for the world, and we are extremely proud. The battle in life, however, is not between opposing forces. The battle is within our hearts. Continue to believe in yourself. Continue to have courage to dialogue with others you disagree with, and continue to trust that if you hold on to hope and courage in the face of great challenges, you will succeed and we will all win in the end. Your eyes are wide open and your future is bright. We have the utmost respect and confidence in each of you. You are what gives us hope. Thank you so much to our families for your support and for allowing us all on behalf of the Von Steuben staff to serve these phenomenal young people. Let's give a round of applause for the class of 2022.
Today, not only are we celebrating the graduating class, but we are also celebrating one of our retiring staff members. Miss Isabel Figueroa has completed 27 years of service as our school registrar. She is a valued member of our community and we'll all miss her very much and wish her well. We also want to acknowledge 3 incredible teachers who will be moving out of the state: Miss Nina Sanchez, Miss Megan Visser, and Mr. Greg DeMonico. And can really say goodbye to a teacher for their forever stay in their little homes called their students. Farewell and good luck. Before we begin, I'd like to explain to you it is a tradition for our graduates to wear proudly the honors that they have earned. The National Honor Society members are wearing white gowns and gold cords, signifying their dedication to scholarship, leadership, service, and character. The top 10 students of the graduating class are wearing medals that were awarded for their academic excellence. Students wearing gray and red stoles have successfully completed the Academic Scholars Program. Students wearing a medallion with a blue ribbon have completed college-level courses while a student at Von Steuben. Students wearing a medallion with a white ribbon have successfully achieved the seal of biliteracy, demonstrating fluency in both English and another language. Many other graduates are representing the special clubs and programs they participated within their school year at Von Steuben, the 4 years through Von Steuben. Reading the names of the graduates are the homeroom teachers who have, for the most part, have been with their students for the past 4 years. McQueen, Division 201.
Oh, it is with great pride and true joy that I introduce you to my division, Division 201. Congratulations to Isabella Acco. Isma Afsol. Samad Bati. Jonathan Castaneda Soto. Richard Coronel. Amir Jankovic. Margaret Gagan. Joseph Gonzalez. Zainab Ibrahim. Nathan Kefle. Artav Lamichane. Giselle Lopez. Marco Maniaci. Sean Mikobo. Jacob Chloe Mogalos. Yaxeni Munoz. Adina Naherovic. Jeremiah Ortiz. Angelica Rodriguez. Alejandro Roque. Giovanni Sanchez. Jasmine Sanchez. And Haiti Villa.
Wow, what a crazy 4 years. Congratulations, Division 203. Philomena Antolin. Emmanuel Arriaga. Basel Bakria. Logan Bloom. From Quebec, Anaïs Bolduc. Finn Defognoc. Michael Gergini. Niram Kanun. Kiara Nayeli Luna. Cesar Marchan. Joel Fred Mesa. Abraham Nathan. Chiwe Nekwacha. Cynthia Perez. Angeles Pineda. Alexis Ramos. Kimberly Salgado. Yadira Torres. Travis Payton. Samantha Tremmel. Sa Velich. Crystal Villaseñor. And from Thailand, Supisara Yindewong.
Good evening. It is with great pride that I congratulate Division 205. Nadine Abraham. Jasmine Aguilar. Daniela Alvarez. Trinice Angel. Gabriel Campos. Kenya Cardenas. Imani Cardona. Jesse Carreto Moreno. Jasmine Cuevas. Adi Ganim. Alicia Hernandez. Benjamin Ihana. Alisa James. Amy Lamb. Quinton Leslie. Esteban Marchan. Philip Milatovic. Janelle Morales. Ayed Mukit. Ni Oliveras Perez. Renzo Paredo. Naomi Reyes. Lily Robinson. Summer Robles. Anai Rodriguez. Brian Rogel. Omar Salvador. Noah Shevitz. Ivan Smith. Gufran Tariq.
It is my honor to announce Division 204, Christian Cardona. Bela Cohen. Mary Zeris Durama. Sophia Dries. Christian Hernandez. Fad Khan. Olivia Kotsot. Valeria Leon. Marlene Lopez Fajardo. Vincent Liu. Ricky Madrid Quiles. Isabella Nathan. Kayla Nicholson. Anders Olsen Brady. Helen Orapesa. Caitlin Padilla. Rachit Patel. Cedric Quiles. Abdul Shad. Pablo Tlaseca.
It is my high honor to announce the awesome people of Division 207. Hiba Adil. Brenda Castillo. Suhaili Cuevas. Tiffany Delgado. Adam L. Orsh. Tiana Espinosa. Andres Flores. Jacob Gomez. Eddie Granciano. Mary Henning. Ariam Jabari. Sumaya Khan. Kyle Ethan Coe. Ocean Kim. Watch. Isabel Martinez. Marlene Melchor. Anthony Munch. Olaide Ogunshota. Ariel Orellana. Lealu Pagkaliwagan. Rina Perez. Lina Pamakala. Nuar Raya. Samuel Reynolds. Bido Dunn. And Kian Williams.
So, this is my wonderful Division 2A. Congratulations. Luz Alabazares. Charles Allen. Elene Angelis. Kevin Araujo. Nida Bank. Ángel Cárdenas. Vinicio Castro. Susana Schuperter. Antonio Coca. Alan Contreras. Alexander del Pilar. Nora Iyangu. Ala Noj. Gustavo Hernández. Francisco Herrera. Angeline Jiménez. Celeste Kennedy. Caleb Méndez. Aidan Pérez. Riyad Pushkar. Tadeusz Serafine. Zachary Siedlik. Philip Thornton. Isra Tirado. Paolo Trovato. Alejandra Vázquez. Jocelyn Vázquez. Y Adam Whitley. Thank you.
This has been a wonderful year getting to know Division 209 in the auditorium. It's just been the most exciting division I've had in quite a while. Even reading these names will be very exciting. Okay, Marlene Acosta. Mushtaha Adam. Jocelyn Bahena. Itzel Besseril. Luis Bentoncourt. Maria Bonilla. Fidele Bosu. Mia Castillo. Wasim Chowdhury. Cayman Coleman. Victor Correa. Katie Cuevas. Dylan Dong. Ethan Kent de la Pena. Joy Galvan. Saul Guzman. Mohammed Hamza Malkani. He's not here. Isabella Mancia. Malia Martinez. Edward Monk. Perla Montes de Oca. Nathan Morales. Ayla Ozagovich. Ira Paredes. Tanner Robinson. Leslie Rodriguez. Christina Tapala. Frida Tejada. And Antonio Washington.
Without further ado, I present to you Division 210, Giselle Alvarez, Claudine Buda, Diana Estella, Ashley Fetter, Sajia Gantawala, Isabella Gatti, Izazul Hawk, Hernandez, Carl Ivson, Fatima Khan, Zed Khan, Rita Katoon, Lamani, Francisco Lopez Jimenez, Jasmine, Leslie Morales, Jamin Ortiz, Lorena Ramirez, Kaylin Rodriguez, Jasmine Rojas, Sanchez, Jacob Sifkis, and Yana Zivanovich.
It is my great honor to present Division 219, George Mamanitov, Jasmine Santos, Benny Figueroa. Mic drop. Maddox Figueroa. Adonis Figueroa. And Omar Kadir.
I present to you Division 211, Christopher Alais. Michelle Correa. Gregorio Dominguez. Rianelli Flores. Carielis Graneda. Lynn Hayes. Paulina Ivanova. Angelica Madrulara. Gerard McKnight. Alexa Mora. Brianna Moreno. Ethan Riley Wayne. Anthony Nino. Harsh Patel. Fernando Peralta. Araí Pinheiros. Michelle Kwan. Abdi Quintanilla. Diego Ramírez. Juan Carlos Rodríguez. Johnny Sainz. Zuleika Smith. Ryan Sukonota. Jaden Torres. Diego Villagómez. Agran.
Good evening. I'd like to take this esteemed honor to present the best division I've ever had in Division 212. Nicole Arsenis. Kai Bradshaw. Jocelyn Cedillo. Eileen Contreras. Joshua Dickerson. Kelsey Fernandez. Daisy Garcia. Kother Hamayel. Lisette Hernandez. Esther Ibokwe. Jess Johnson. Sophia Kochansky. Stephanie Mack. Jocelyn Mendoza. Arham Nadeem. Emilio Palomares. Alexander Reyes. Alex Salmeron. Sator. Elaine Tran. Charlene Trang. Yasmin. Usman Yusuf.
Division 213. In a year when I hardly saw them at all, I still love them.
Love you too.
All right. Julian Alguza. Dorelli Amaya. Raed Amjad. Aneda Barum. Jasmine Carmago. Minda Dang. Rachel Delgado. Enrique Esquinca. Sarai Fuller. Ines Garcia. Christian Hernandez Perez. Noe Hernandez. Isaiah Isaac, sorry. Isla Valderrama Rizzo. Rayan Old Madi. Isabella Reyes. Christopher Rodriguez. Catherine Roseland. Isabella Sanchez. Jeffrey Smith. Atlas Sturrock. And Tate. Justice Travis. Wayenberg. Maggie Vela. Woods. Zapata Hernandez.
So Division 214 tells me they're the best division, and I guess they're right. Shiraz Ahmed. Jade Alvarado. Sergio Arias. Sanchez. Abigail Bucio. Faye Burnett. Ryan Caso Aguilema. Salupe Frederick. Victor Guerrero. Christopher Gutierrez. Jaslyn Martell. Charles Mason II. Josiel Mesa. Alexia Musgraves. Teresa Nelson. Adrian Okana. Jonathan Oriana. Rihanna Rivas. Ariana Rivera. Lisette Robles. Gisela Rodriguez. Leonardo Sanchez. Jamie Serrano. Jalen Serrano. Hutchko. Torres. Leilani Torres. Erica Ushka. Karen Velasquez. Amy Velasaka. O.C. Walton. And Tyler Wen.
They say the third division teacher's the charm, but I was the fourth. So, humbly introducing the intellectually superior Division 215. Ryan Aguilar Funes. Wajia Amir. Mutar Assad. Yang Yang Kosevich. Benjamin Diaz. Michaela Hulleberger. Zakaria Hussein. Anthony Mack. Daphne Mancia. Aisha Menk. Jessica Wynn. Camille Nono. Sharday Okori. Ayush Patel. Kinel Patel. Bader Rezik. Stephanie Riso. Aileen Rodriguez. Marcus Statrup. Safia Tariq. Ian Washington.
All right, I give you the terrible 216. Alanis. Brenda Paulo Amaya. Nomar Alonso Arizaga. Lauren Catherine Glascott. Leonardo Gomez. Frank Robert Gutama. Antonio Zaquan Humphrey. Andrea Artwinette Johnson Blackwell. Sheen Khan. You're fine. Nicholas Devin, Matthias. Amir, Memic. Jakias, Xavion, Jacques, Mims. Minchuk. Aman, Montgomery. Mansra, Noriega. Kelly, Giselle Ortiz. Jaime, Abraham Ponce. Isabel, Marie Ramirez. Anna Removic. Diana Carmen Rivera. Ivan Noel Roman. Micaela Alexandra Sanchez. Finn Sanchez. Okay, Natalie Esther Santizo. Jimmy Simmons Jr. Esmeralda Soto. Steven Starmack. Cesar Tellez Perez. Stephanie Vasquez.
So I've heard a lot of teachers get up here, and I'm going to be frank with it. They're not very humble. So I'm going to end this and do this like a gentleman and be humble. Introducing not only the greatest division, but the greatest division to ever walk the stage for Von Steuben, 217. Introducing the class of 2022, Zachary Abdi. Jesus Abelar. D'Angelo Alanis Lopez. Fernando Alvarez. Eric Ba. Stephanie Balcazar. Leonise Carcamo. Melissa Castellan. Isaiah Castillo. Simon Fuentes. Shania Fulton Camacho. Nick Garcia. John Gutama. Maha Hassan. Ishal Khan. Kevin Lamb. Eliseo Marangeli. Jennifer Moran. Jimmy Melendez. Jim Wynn. Mabel Paukai. Carl Pavelik. Charina Pimentel. Dominic Rittarelli. Big Dom. Robinson. Daniel Santiago. Natalie Santoyo. Zachary Sickard. Gladness Smith. Ceresia Cece Vickers. And last but not least, Phoebe Williams.
Last but not least, Salutatorian Carlos Manuel Jaime. Your valedictorian, Daniel Coke Oates.
All right, are we ready? Class of 2022, please rise. You have now successfully completed the course of study as required by Chicago Public Schools. Let's give thanks and sincere congrats to our graduates. The preparation and graduation of our students. It is now time for the turning of the tassels. You have now transitioned from a high school student to a high school graduate.
So many times you got